Historic military blunders have had profound and often devastating impacts on the outcomes of wars and the fate of nations. These critical errors, whether due to miscommunication, poor intelligence, strategic miscalculations, or sheer hubris, have led to significant casualties and shifts in the balance of powers. Let's explore some of the most infamous military mistakes, examining the circumstances that led to these costly errors and the far-reaching consequences they had on subsequent events. These accounts highlight the importance of sound strategy, thorough preparation, and adaptable leadership in warfare, as well as the severe repercussions that can arise from failing to meet these standards. From ancient conflicts to modern battles, these mistakes offer enduring lessons on the high stakes of military decisions. Charge of the Light Brigade. In 1854, during the Crimean War, a miscommunication led to the disastrous charge of the Light Brigade at the Battle of Balaclava. The British light cavalry, numbering around 670 men, were ordered to attack a heavily fortified Russian position. The charge resulted in 110 deaths and over 160 wounded or captured. This mistake highlighted the fatal consequences of unclear orders and miscommunication in military operations. The ill-fated charge became symbolic of the bravery and recklessness of soldiers obeying flawed commands. The event was immortalized in Alfred Lord Tennyson's poem, reflecting both the heroism and the tragic futility of the attack, ultimately leading to changes in military communication protocols and reinforcing the importance of accurate intelligence and clear commands. Battle of the Little Bighorn. The Battle of the Little Bighorn in 1876 was a pivotal moment in American history, marked by Lieutenant Colonel George Custer's ill-fated decision to attack a coalition of Native American tribes, vastly outnumbering his own 7th Cavalry. With approximately 700 men against over 2,000 warriors, Custer's forces suffered a devastating defeat, resulting in the deaths of 268 soldiers, including Custer himself. This infamous clash underscored the perils of underestimating enemy strength and highlighted the critical need for accurate intelligence and strategic caution in military engagements. The Battle of the Little Bighorn has since served as a cautionary tale about the consequences of hubris and inadequate planning in warfare, emphasizing the importance of respecting and comprehensively assessing adversaries to avoid catastrophic outcomes on the battlefield. The Fall of Singapore. The Fall of Singapore, spanning from February 7th to the 15th, 1942, stands as a pivotal moment in World War II, representing a major defeat for the British Empire. Characterized by poor planning, the underestimation of Japanese forces, and inadequate defenses, the surrender of Singapore to Japan was a sobering blow. Approximately 80,000 British, Indian, and Australian troops fell into enemy hands, enduring harsh captivity, where many faced brutal treatment and death. The immediate battle claimed the lives of around 1,714 Allied soldiers, with 3,378 wounded. This historic event marked a decisive shift in power dynamics in the Pacific Theater, underscoring the dire consequences of strategic miscalculations and the perils of underestimating adversaries in wartime engagements. Battle of Midway. The Battle of Midway in 1942 during World War II was a turning point in the Pacific Theater, but a significant Japanese blunder contributed to their defeat. The Japanese plan was overly complex and they underestimated American code-breaking capabilities. The U.S. Navy, forewarned, ambushed the Japanese fleet, sinking 4 carriers and killing over 3,000 Japanese sailors. This error emphasized the importance of operational simplicity and securing communications. The decisive American victory shifted the balance of naval power in the Pacific, demonstrating the critical role of intelligence and adaptability in warfare, ultimately marking the beginning of the end for Japanese expansion and showcasing the perils of overconfidence. Battle of Adrian Opal. In 378 AD, the Roman Empire's catastrophic defeat against the Goths at Adrianople marked the beginning of the end for the Western Roman Empire. Roman Emperor Valens underestimated the Gothic forces and engaged without waiting for reinforcements. The Romans, numbering around 15,000 to 20,000, were outflanked and overwhelmed, resulting in the death of 2/3 of their forces, including Valens. This battle demonstrated the perils of poor intelligence and strategic impatience. The loss at Adrian Opal highlighted the declining effectiveness of the Roman military and contributed to the eventual fall of the Western Roman Empire, emphasizing the need for effective leadership, cautious strategy, and respecting the strength of one's adversaries. Operation Market Garden. Operation Market Garden, 1944, was an ambitious Allied plan to hasten the end of World War II by capturing key bridges in the Netherlands. The operation involved 35,000 paratroopers but failed due to poor intelligence, logistical issues, and stronger than expected German resistance. The Allies suffered around 17,000 casualties. This mistake highlighted the dangers of overly ambitious plans and inadequate reconnaissance. The operation's failure prolonged the war in Europe, illustrating the critical importance of thorough planning, accurate intelligence, and logistical support in conducting successful military operations, as well as the high cost of overestimating one's capabilities and underestimating the enemy's resolve. Battle of Gallipoli. The Gallipoli Campaign during 1915 World War I was a failed attempt by the Allies to secure a sea route to Russia. Poor planning, inadequate intelligence, and strong Ottoman defenses led to a prolonged and bloody stalemate. The Allies suffered approximately 250,000 casualties, including 46,000 deaths. The campaign's failure underscored the importance of thorough planning and understanding the terrain in military operations. The disastrous campaign significantly impacted the careers of several Allied leaders and altered the course of World War I, emphasizing the dire consequences of strategic miscalculations and underestimating an entrenched and determined enemy, reinforcing the need for realistic assessments. Battle of Cannae. During the Second Punic War, 216 BC, the Roman army faced Carthaginian General Hannibal. The Romans, numbering around 86,000, were surrounded and annihilated by Hannibal's smaller force of about 50,000. The tactical blunder of allowing Hannibal's forces to encircle them resulted in the death of approximately 50 to 70,000 Roman soldiers. This devastating loss severely weakened Rome's military and highlighted the dangers of underestimating an enemy's strategic capabilities. This battle remains a classic example of military strategy, demonstrating the potential for a well-executed plan to achieve overwhelming success against superior numbers and underscoring the importance of adaptability and tactical foresight in military strategy. Battle of Stalingrad. The Battle of Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943, was a catastrophic defeat for Nazi Germany during World War II. Hitler's insistence on capturing the city led to a prolonged and brutal urban battle. The encirclement and destruction of the German Sixth Army resulted in around 750,000 Axis casualties, including 91,000 captured. This blunder highlighted the dangers of inflexible leadership and underestimating an opponent's resolve. The battle marked a significant turning point in the war, breaking the back of the German military effort on the Eastern Front, and showcased the devastating consequences of poor strategic decisions and rigid command structures, emphasizing the importance of flexibility in military leadership. Operation Barbarosa. Nazi Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union, Operation Barbarosa in 1941, was a massive strategic blunder. Hitler underestimated Soviet resilience and logistical challenges, committing over 3 million troops in a campaign that ultimately failed. The harsh winter and extended supply lines contributed to the death of approximately 775,000 German soldiers. This mistake underscored the perils of overreaching military ambitions and ignoring logistical realities. The failed invasion marked a turning point in World War II, depleting German resources and morale, and contributed to the eventual Allied victory in Europe, highlighting the critical importance of strategic planning, adaptability, and understanding the logistical demands of large-scale invasions. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below.